And we are back with yet another episode of the most quotable movies of all time. And hey, we made it to another Tarantino movie, Inglorious Basterds. That was the win by popular vote. And yeah, definitely, I wouldn't say as quotable as Pulp Fiction, but definitely up there, certainly. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think you started us off last time. So I'll get us going with my number five. And that's going to be one of several quotes from Aldo Rain, Brad Pitt's character. And this is from his opening speech, where he says,
Each and every man under my command owes me 100 Nazi scalps.
which I just love the way he pronounces Nazi as
I know. I have that
Nazi.
quote too, higher,
Okay.
a little longer.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because he does go on to say, and I will get my scalps, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's worth putting in there for sure. Okay. What's your number five?
Okay. This is the the Jew bear or the bear Jew, whatever.
Jew Bear. That's awesome. That sounds like it should be a cartoon movie or something.
I, I still have like cocaine bear on my head.
Yeah, yeah, right, right. Yeah, the bear Jew. Okay.
Yeah, Sergeant Donny Donovitz. Uh,
Yeah,
After he bashes the Nazi to a pulp,
right.
and then he goes,
Teddy fucking Williams knocks it out of the park. Then we packed on his feet for Teddy. Fucking ball game. He went yacht on that one. On the fucking Lansdowne Street.
I didn't remember the quote being that long, but yeah, that's pretty great actually. Oh my God. Yeah, it's such a brutally violent scene. Jeez. And he's played by I forget his name, but he's also a pretty well-known director, also known for his brutal violence in horror films. Eli Roth, that's the name. But yeah, I think Tarantino initially wanted Adam Sandler for
"Yeah, I
that
know,
role.
I heard that.
Yeah, which
I can't picture
yeah,
Sandler in that part.
I could kind of see it, but I don't think you would be able to like,
Yeah, carry it
you
off
know,
like the way.
yeah, no, yeah, I think Eli Roth worked out really well. So yeah, okay, good pick. So my number four is also Aldo Rain. I just couldn't not have more of him. And this is a similar quote to my number five, actually. But he says,
But warned if you heard of us, you probably heard we ain't in the prisoner taking business. We in the killing Nazi business. And cousin, business is booming.
Yeah, I think I have that one also.
okay. Ah, excellent. All right. So what's your number four?
My number four is one word.
Gorlami.
Ah, yeah, I have that higher, but I have that whole exchange because I that whole
Stage.
yeah, because it's just hilarious to me how, what's his name? Hans Landa. He knows for sure that this guy is not Italian just from how he pronounces that word.
I know,
And he has him repeat it so many times.
I know.
Gorlami. That's hilarious. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I know. Like he'll say, you know, Landa will say the word, you know,
Right.
for at the three syllables. And,
Yeah.
and then Ray will come back and say Gorlami.
Yeah. So great. And like just the lead up to that scene is great too. Like how they say there's that scene where I think they're still in the basement or whatever, and Brad Pitt says like, I speak the most Italian, so I'll be speaking the most, and then he speaks the least most, and he's like, I don't speak any Italian, and he's like, yeah, you're the least most.
Yeah, he said you're the third one.
Third
And
most,
then,
yeah, right.
and then he goes, but I don't speak Italian. That's why you're the third one.
Yeah, yeah, that was my honorable mention. That didn't make my list, but I love that scene. All right, so That was your four. So yeah, my three is the Gorlami thing.
Okay,
So
let me
what's
get up to three. Okay, this is when they're in the tavern,
mhm.
and Aldo says,
You know, fighting in the basement offers a lot of difficulties. Number one being you're fighting in the basement.
Yeah, yeah. That's a great one too. That didn't make my list, but yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, I mean, the whole
Uh,
thing was, Rain goes, you didn't say the goddamn rendezvous was in the fucking basement. And then uh,
yeah,
Hickok says, I didn't know. And then Rain says, you said it was in a tavern. And Hickok
yeah,
goes back, it is a tavern.
yeah,
And then that's when it's the other quote that I said.
exactly.
In
Yeah.
a basement, fighting in a basement offers a lot of difficulty. Number one being you're fighting in a basement.
Yeah, classic, man. Quentin dialogue, there's nothing like it, man. All right, so my number two, I'm curious to see if this will be on your list or not. But I'm guessing not because I think you already said you have two higher. But it's Hans Landa when he says,
Ooh, that's a bingo.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one.
I think that's like the quote you see the most in whenever there's like a clip of this movie these
Yeah,
days. Because it's one of the like short, funny ones. And then I love also how he follows it up by, "Is that how you say that's a bingo?" And then
yeah.
he's like, "You just say bingo." So this didn't make your list.
No, it would be an honorable mention.
All right, all right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know. It's the way he says it
exactly.
makes it funny.
Yeah, and that actor, I mean, he came out of nowhere, man, and just stole this movie. I mean, Christoph Waltz is just awesome in this.
I know.
One of
And
the
like,
best villains of all time, I think.
yeah, definitely, without a doubt.
Yeah. So what's your number two?
My number two is Aldo says,
Actually, we're all tickled to hear you say that. Quite frankly, watching Donnie beat Nazis to death is close we ever get to going to the movies.
and
Yeah,
goes dining out.
right. So I think that's like a little before the bear Jew beats the hell out of the guy,
Yeah,
or
then he
yeah,
comes walk. You hear him banging in
right.
the
Yes.
cave. Then he comes out.
There's always so much lead up to like introducing a new character, or there's so many suspenseful scenes in this movie, like the opening scene, and the dialogue in that scene alone is just amazing, but you can't cut it down. But when they're drinking milk at the table and switching
Yeah, I
from
mean that whole
to
scene,
English.
and then
Yeah,
the rat
yeah,
thing
yeah.
with the
Oh my God.
rats.
Yeah,
Then he goes through the whole thing about the disease and stuff like that, and
right,
then he compares it to the Jew,
right. Yeah,
and then how he's a hawk,
right.
hunting
Yeah.
the rat, and yeah,
Yeah, the Jew Hunter was his nickname, I
yeah,
think, in the
right, the
movie. Yeah.
Jew hunter.
Yeah, crazy, man. But yeah, so good. So my number one is I believe the very last line in the movie where right after he carves a swastika into Landa's head, he says,
You know something, you Rich? I think this just might be my masterpiece.
so that's not your number one?
No, my number one was the where I had it longer about that they're going to be taking scalps.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So
It's
it's that's what I like to hear. But got a word of warning for all you would-be warriors. When you join my command, you take on debit. Debit you owe me personally. Each and every man under my command owes me 100 Nazi scalps, and I want my scalps. And you all get me 100 Nazi scalps taken from the heads of 100 dead Nazis, or you will die trying.
Nice. I like the little southern accent touch. That was good. So yeah, we that's got to be our number one since it's your one and the one we had in common. Or at one of the two that we had in common actually. Okay, so then I guess the masterpiece, since that was my one, will be our two. And then what do we got? It's between our two twos. I think bingo has got to be higher. And then we got your actually Werner watching Donnie do the thing. Yeah. Okay. And then we got to have Gorlami because it was my three and your four, even though you had, you're fighting in a basement thing. That could be an honorable mention, I guess. But that's a pretty good top five right there.
Yeah.
Pretty rounded out, I would say. Even though it's mostly Aldo Rain, of course, which is probably the best character Brad Pitt ever got to play, even though he's had quite a few. But yeah, all right. Any other honorable mentions?
Shoshana Dreyfus.
Yeah.
My name is Shoshana Dreyfus, and this is the face of Jewish vengeance.
Yeah, when the theater, when her face comes up. Yeah, that's a great moment of revenge right there. Yeah, it's very, I would say, as far as revenge movies goes, this might be one of the most satisfying of all time. Especially since they changed the course of history, with the whole.
Yeah. And Aldo says, you probably heard we ain't in the prisoner taking business.
Yeah.
We're in the killing Nazi business.
Right.
And cousin, business is a booming.
Yeah, that was my number four. So, yep, good pick. Well, excellent. All right. Well, that'll do it, I guess. And now, for your pleasure, here are the top five Inglorious Basterds quotes according to 3 and 4 right now.
Gorlomi? Lo pronuncio correttamente?
Sì, corretto.
Gorlomi? Per cortesia, me lo ripeti ancora?
Gorlami.
Mi scusi, con me?
Gorlami.
Ancora una volta.
Gorlami. Actually, we're all tickled to hear you say that. Quite frankly, watching Donnie beat Nazis to death is the closest we ever get to going to the movies.
Ooh, that's a bingo.
You know something, you Rich? I think this just might be my masterpiece. When you join my command, you take on debit. A debit you owe me, personally. Each and every man under my command owes me 100 Nazi scalps. And I want my scalps. And all y'all will get me 100 Nazi scalps, taken from the heads of 100 dead Nazis. Or you will die trying.
Yeah. All right. Excellent, as always. So now we got to go back to the letter J.
Oh, God.
Which last time Jaws won out, so that won't be on the
I was
list.
hoping it was Jaws last time because I couldn't remember which one it was.
Oh, okay.
Then I go, well, it had to be Jaws.
Right. So, yes, it definitely was. So now my four remaining are going to be The Jerk, Johnny Dangerously, Jerry Maguire, and JFK. How about you?
Okay, so that was number one going to four.
Really? So the exact same list, just an opposite?
No, I didn't. I said
okay.
So the way you, in your order that you gave it was
1 through 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my number one is Jurassic Park.
Ah, okay.
And number two is Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
So the newest one, basically, or?
No, the first one.
Oh, okay. The one with Robin Williams? Or
No, there's three of them. The first one was Robin Williams. The
okay.
second one was Welcome to the Jungle, and the third one I can't remember what it was.
Okay, all right, I got you. I haven't seen any of the reboots, so what's your number 3?
JFK and
Ah,
John Wick.
all right. Well, since we have JFK
John
and,
Wick number 1, so you don't get confused. 2, 3, 4.
and I've seen none of those actually.
For the upcoming 5 next year.
Are there going to be
Not,
5 of them? Oh my
yeah.
God.
Maybe not, because now with the strike,
Oh,
everything's
right.
going to
Yeah.
probably be delayed a year.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's throw JFK on there since we both have it in common. So then my one and your one, Jurassic Park and The Jerk. I'm surprised you didn't have The Jerk.
I forgot all about the jerk, to be honest.
So then it's between Johnny Dangerously and Jumanji. I think Johnny Dangerously is so endlessly quotable. Just the bad guy alone is hilarious.
Another gangster movie.
Yeah, kind of.
I consider that a red movie. You just watch red movies.
A red movie. That's great. I'll share that with Katya for sure. Well, that doesn't even make sense.
Well, yeah, blood.
Oh, okay. All right. A red movie. I got you now. Yeah, that does make sense. Excellent. All right. So I'm throwing the red movie on there. These are your choices for next episode: The Jerk, Jurassic Park, which is also a red movie, Johnny Dangerously, and JFK. All right. So put in the comments below your vote, or you can vote on our poll on the sister channel, Johnny Radio, and we'll see you on the next one. Be there or be square. Love you.
Love you.
All right. Bye.